Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This is another re-upload due to a copyright claim. In this video I will tell you our story on how we stranded in London back in summer 2022 and how we got back to mainland Europe. And why I probably never will fly EasyJet again. The chaos began in London Gatwick. We were in London for a few days in June 2022 to see the Back to the Future musical and the Monster Jam show. And our plan was to fly back to Germany with EasyJet from Gatwick to Berlin. Due to the chaotic situation with EasyJet back in the summer, we got to Gatwick 3 hours before our planned departure. While we were waiting for the security check, our flight got delayed further and further. After 1 hour in the security lane, we passed and were in the shop area. After another 2 hours in the very noisy waiting hall, we decided to go to the more quiet gate areas. And we waited and waited. The flight got pushed back more and more. No gate announcement, no info on the EasyJet app or the websites. At 6 PM, suddenly the flight tracker said that our flight took off. Without any gate info, without any final boarding call or whatever. We went straight up to the info desk and asked what the heck was going on. The obviously stressed and frustrated employee said that due to the chaos at the airport, they simply forgot the final boarding call. At this point, we were 7 hours at the airport and the next available flight for us from Gatwick to Berlin was 2 days later. So we had to leave the airport. But this particular process took another 2 hours because we had to wait with other stranded passengers to be escorted through customs and immigration, although we never left the UK. All in all, it took us 9 hours till we sat in the Gatwick Express back to London and an additional hour till we found an available hotel in London. This was Sunday evening and I researched hours for available flights for the next day, but I couldn't get any. They were A, way too expensive, or B, had cruel routings with stopovers in Turkey, Romania or Mallorca, for example. So I wanted to book a Eurostar for the next day, but again no luck. There was no train service because of a strike in Belgium. My last resort, I booked Eurostar tickets for Tuesday, informed my boss that I needed another day off, and we changed the hotel for the next night. As we arrived at our new hotel, I turned on the TV and saw breaking news about the nationwide rail strike that was coming up for this Tuesday. Are you freaking kidding me? Will I now have to live in the UK? Is having no luck traveling a reason for asylum? But Eurostar said that their service was not affected by the rail strike. So the next day we got up early, packed our bags and went to St Pancras by bus because the tube wasn't in service. I have to say, St Pancras probably is the most beautiful railway station in Europe. With this nice old facade and the modern glass roof, it looks just stunning. And there are the 3 beauties of Eurostar sitting and waiting for passengers. The whole railway station is pretty empty, only a few passengers gathered around the Eurostar check-in.
Non-ECE.
As you can see, the rail strike does have an effect on the Eurostar service. Amsterdam got already cancelled. German as we are, we arrived way too early. 90 minutes before the departure, the check-in opens and we were at St Pancras 2 hours before the departure. But no problem, the railway station has a pretty good Wi-Fi service. 7:30, time to check in for our Eurostar escape service back home to good old mainland Europe. There are 4 steps to get to the train. Number 1, you have to scan your tickets. Number 2, you will have to go through a security check. Number 3, passport check to leave the UK, and number 4, passport check to enter the European Union. Those 4 steps took us approximately 40 minutes, and then you are in this nice waiting area with a few shops and a coffee shop. We grabbed a coffee, a hot chocolate and a tea for £8. Pretty good price, I think. 20 minutes before the planned departure, the platform will be announced and open, and everybody is rushing to the train. There's our ride of the day, a Siemens-built Eurostar E320, or as Siemens calls it, the Velaro E320. The Velaro platform is a pretty popular train which you can find in Germany, the Netherlands, Turkey, China, Russia and, in a far future, also in Egypt and the United States. The newest development of the Velaro family is the Velaro MS, in service for Deutsche Bahn as ICE3 Neo, which I think is an awesome piece of train. Check the video in the info box. Quick advertisement: 95% of you viewers aren't subscribers. If you enjoyed the video and my pain to this point, please give me a thumbs up or even consider subscribing to the channel. It would make my day. If you did not like the video, tell me what's bothering you. I can take it, and I need constructive criticism. Three years ago I did my first video about the Eurostar service and got the question if your ears pop when the train is in the tunnel under the sea. Quick answer: they don't. So don't get me wrong, but I have some problems with the Eurostar service in standard class. The legroom is pretty bad for a train. This might be the same amount of legroom as you will get on a Ryanair flight, but for 10 times the price. But to be completely fair, I was having a pretty big passenger sitting next to me who was interfering in my space, and yes, I'm not the thinnest either. Let's talk about my second problem with Eurostar, the price. I paid €580 for one kid, one teenager and myself. This is, in my honest opinion, way too much. I said it before, the most environmentally friendly mode of transport has to be the cheapest. On this specific day, in those chaotic travel times, it still was the cheapest, but if you can plan your journey in advance, comparing Eurostar with the plane or the bus, Eurostar will be the most expensive most of the time. I did a full comparison in my last Eurostar video from London to Paris. Make sure to check out this one too. Punctual on the dot, our Eurostar train arrived at Brussels Midi. And man, I have to say, I was never so happy to be in mainland Europe again. Not because I don't like the UK, no, in fact the next trip to London is in a few weeks, but I would love to never ever experience this kind of travel madness again. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. So hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!